life. Mindy Kaling is living a busy life in lockdown. She's got a brand new baby and a toddler at home. She's working on season 2 of her new Netflix series, Never Have I Ever. Plus, she's author of the new book, Nothing Like I Imagined. So we're just glad she had a minute to come in and see us. So please welcome back Mindy Kaling. Hey, Mindy.
Hey, how's it going? How are you? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good.
So good to see you, Mindy, and congratulations on giving birth to your son, Spencer. I love that name. He was born in September, and you managed to keep this a secret from everyone outside of your close circle until he was born. Please tell us how you were able to do that, and what has it been like, really, just being a mom of 2 in a pandemic?
Well, I think what was lucky for me was everyone was at home wearing sweatpants. And so I didn't look that much different than everyone else. No one ever saw me. And so I could just kind of quietly become huge in the privacy of my home. So it was great.
Many of us have quietly become huge, and we don't have babies to show for it. But you released your 3rd book, Nothing Like I Imagined, last month. It's a really funny and also very personal collection of essays about your life, with stories about being a single mom, how you deal with social anxiety at Hollywood parties, and your daily life as a producer and writer. Now, you wrote this book before the pandemic happened and said you were a little scared of what the reaction would be to it. Why, and what has the reaction been?
Well, you know, when my book was going to be released on Amazon, it was a really politically charged time. I think we all remember that month or two in June, July, where you would be kind of publicly shamed if you showed a photo of a sunset or your avocado toast. By the way, we should have. There was so much going on in the country, and it was really important that we face those things. But my essays are funny. They're observational, they're really personal, but in general, I wanted to say something funny, and I was worried that people would say, this isn't the time, how dare you? I had all those fears. But I think what ended up being was that people were so exhausted by what's been going on in the world that they actually were looking forward to something lighter.
Yeah.
Yes, well, comedy is there to release tension very often. That's the beauty of comedy, So Kamala Harris is going to be the first female Black and Indian vice president. Pretty good. What does it mean to you to have someone in the White House who represents you and your family, basically?
It's amazing to me growing up Indian and having Indian food at home, and to think that there might be somebody in the White House who is making dosas and idlis and the kind of curries that we eat. That's not the reason I voted for her. I voted for her because of issues, but identity is very important. When you grow up and all your favorite shows on TV with literally the exception of Whoopi and maybe 3 other people are white, you sort of start thinking okay, I just have to see myself in white people in politics and in entertainment. And so to have someone like that for my daughter is absolutely incredible. And it really makes me, makes someone like her think that she can do anything she wants. And so, that's amazing. But I love her policies, it's not just about her being Indian or half Indian. It's she wants to eliminate private prisons. She wants to give citizenship to dreamers. She thinks that healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. So for a lot of different reasons, she's an exciting person in the White House for me.
Absolutely. And November, Mindy, is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and your mom sadly passed away from this disease in 2012. And you're doing incredible work. You've teamed up with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network for a new PSA. Please tell us about it, because it's just so very important.
Yeah, well, thank you. PanCan is incredibly meaningful to me. My mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2011, and she went to the doctor with a backache and was told that she had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And we had no family history of it, and she was gone 8 months later. So I'm partnering with PanCan because this is a devastating illness. There's only a 5% survival rate for this, and unlike breast cancer or colon cancer, where you can get a mammogram or colonoscopy to detect it early, there is no diagnostic test to tell you that you have it early to take care of it. So research is so important. So tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. So I'm here to encourage people to support PanCan. I'm going to be putting my money where my mouth is and giving a ton of money. And if you do, your gift will be doubled. So like anything, you know, like all of these organizations, I'm sure you all support so many organizations like this. Even a little bit matters because it's bringing awareness to it. So I really hope that people get out and support PanCan.
Well, you talk about your mom, and you've said that you asked your mother for advice before she passed away. We all have so many regrets about the things that we should have said before they went, you know? And so maybe you got something. What was the advice that she gave you?
My mom gave me a ton of advice, but the advice that I remember almost daily is the advice that you have to be your own best friend. And I didn't really understand that. But, you know, when I went through my destructive periods in my 20s and even in my early 30s, where, you know, whether it was falling in love with the wrong person or, you know, not taking care of myself physically, I feel like that advice has always like shocked me back into better behavior. And I really admire her for giving me that advice. And it's advice that I would give my daughter as well.
Listen, it's brilliant advice, and we will make sure that folks go to our website for more information about how to give to PanCan. My friend Patrick passed from the same thing, so I want to make sure that I'm doing something as well. So thanks for coming and telling us about this. Mindy Kaling, you are welcome here any time of the day or night because you're just all that. We just adore you. So thanks for coming back.